Have you gotten anything covered?
So I lasered this arm here was,
oh shit.
It was one of those arms when you start tattooing in shops in the 90s and they're like, hey, let me bust it. Hey, let me bust this on you. And then it'll just be some random thing that they found in a book or on where.
Yeah, flash.
And so we're like, yeah, here, go ahead. And we just give up our arms and just get destroyed by coworkers that really weren't all that. And so I lasered this entire arm off, and now I'm having this, Brian Childs is doing this, and I need to get back and finish it. It's a Japanese piece. It's a piece of folklore. It's called Utsurubune. Mm-hmm. And what it is like, you should look this up. Utsurubune. There was a fishing town in Japan. It's like in the 1800s, like 1850 or 1805, and a craft washed up while these fishermen were like doing their thing, and they'd never seen anything like it. And then a woman type figure with pale skin and reddish hair pops out holding a box, and there was like these letterings that they couldn't read, and they documented it. They actually made drawings and stuff. And if you look it up, I mean, it's a freaking UFO. It's just like a flying saucer.
Yeah.
And they're like space letters. So I just went with that. And that's my theme on this one.
How much did the laser hurt?
Oh, I got a good laser story too. Lasering it sucks. Like tattooing doesn't feel like lasering. It's totally different. The best description I've come up with is if you think of like a BB gun and you pump it and pump it and pump it. So it's like, but instead of a BB, it's a little ball of bacon grease. And then they hold it about 3 inches from your body and shoot you with it. And then they do another and another, and they do about 1,600 of them in like a minute or whatever. It sucks.
Yeah.
So this one, the laser goes, it hits the pigment explodes, and then your body forces it out. I was working on a water feature, and it had this iron grate, and I had to reach in because the pump broke, and I was healing from lasering, and I got iron oxide, like this red rust inside of it. And so it healed, and you could see it, and I was like, "Wow, it's so weird. It stained me. So then I go get lasering, and that laser hit the iron oxide, and it was doing these like little explosions out of my wrist.
Is it kind of tight to see though when the laser hits?
Not normally it just makes a little white circle, but on this one you could see the stuff just like that was the worst pain up until kidney stones. That was the worst pain I'd ever felt.
Fuck that, man. Oh, yeah. I don't want to get any of my shit lasered.
Don't.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. But if you do, go to Cadell's Laser. So yeah, tattooing is great. I enjoy tattooing. Tattooing has made me a very, very, very happy life.
So like, what is, you mainly do portraits though, right?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a 2-trick pony, 3-trick. I'm not very strong. I'm not good at lettering and stuff like that. I've never been good with symmetry. I don't know. Something in my brain doesn't work well with like repetitions and stuff. And, something about portraits and natural stuff. That's just the asymmetry of it. And I could just do it. I found when I started doing portrait work back in it was like mid 90s, no one was really, there were some artists that were really successful at it, that were locally, especially, that were doing, like in Seattle, there was a couple guys I could name. There's Brian, who did my arm, was doing it. And someone brought in this realistic image of a video game cover of like a biomechanical hair on this woman's face. And everyone's like, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh, you do it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I just basically took some knowledge I had from a print shop class where we learned to separate colors and then kind of make stencils. And I just approached it that way, and it worked, but no one was really doing it. So I stumbled across a formula that worked, and it brought me a lot of attention to where it sort of, like I was kind of the Gilligan, like portrait, that's it, portrait. And I was happy with it, so I just kind of really stuck with it.
Hey, if you like that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow our page for new weekly content.